Hello everyone. Welcome back to Miniseries Monday, where I talk about 10 comic books that have 3 to 12 issues and rank them against one another. Today's issue, we have Bitch Planet with Kelly Sue DeConnick, Valentine D. Landro, Clayton Cowles, Chris Peter, Robert Wilson IV, Kelly Fitzpatrick, and Taki Soma on the creative team. So one thing I just want to start off, this is not related to the book itself, but more the creators. I love that now that I've gotten more and more into comic books again, that I'm seeing creators that I recognize from other series. Like for Kelly Sue here, I recently started reading Skate Ali that started last month. Enjoying that so far. It's only one issue and book 2 comes out pretty soon, so love to see that. And then looking at my League of Comic Geeks red section, Clayton Cowles has been on a good amount of comic books that I have been reading. So the basic premise about this comic book is how fucked up men can be to women. That is a big overlying theme within this comic book. And it starts off by showing that we have a jail in space for women who, whether they're murder crimes or just being a nuisance to someone, there have been many different women who get sent here. So it starts off with Kamau here. She is a part of the people who are stuck in jail up there, and she is being offered an opportunity to be a part of a sports league, and she makes the team full of the inmates from this so-called bitch planet. That is what Volume 1 is mostly about, is them assembling this team, but there's of course a bunch of other stuff going on in the background. You see a lot of corrupted men, especially. You get to meet a bunch of different characters within the jail, like Penny here. She even gets an issue just for her, where we get to see a lot of her backstory and why she is in the prison. Before I go on, I just want to talk about the art and what I have shown you already. I think a lot of the art does kind of give me just a slightly more rougher version of Exquisite Corpses type of art style. I think I prefer Exquisite Corpses a little bit more than this art style, because I also don't really like how people kind of look from afar. It's just okay for me. But I do like how they play with the paneling a lot. I shouldn't say a lot. I would say half and half. There are some basic paneling, but they do have some fun, creative moments with it. Which is why I'm putting it at number 2 for art. I do think I still like Loki's the most, being it's this very beautiful, realistic paint style almost. And for Bitch Planet, I do like the roughed edge that they have, and that's why I think their style just works for the theme of that, and I like it more than Batman Battle for the Cowl. Definitely better than Angela and Moon Knight style. You know, I would almost say the story kind of makes me think if Orange is the New Black is in the setting of Lockout. I don't know if anyone has seen Lockout. I was a very young teenager at the time, so I don't remember it quite well, but from what I remember, this kind of felt the vibe to me. Also, I just want to say, before you go into this comic book yourself, I just want to say there are a lot of trigger warnings and very mature themes in this book. Like I said, there's a lot of male corruption and a lot of stuff that can happen in that sort of story. So I just want you to know that you should look into the book if you are not ready for more mature themes. So for my non-spoiler review, I really like this story. It definitely explores how patriarchal corruption can happen and does happen throughout women versus society. And I think it explores those themes very well. I would recommend this to anyone who is good on those mature themes. I will also say there's a lot of nudity in this. That's why I couldn't show too many panels. I chose here and there of what could work. But I do like how they explore the characters too. Like I said with the Orange is the New Black thing, it had moments where it focused on different characters. Like I said, there was one for Penny. There was also this one for Mako, who is a character that we learn from Volume 1, and her dad becomes a big role in Volume 2. It was a really cool transition to see that, and I don't want to spoil anything that happens with this relationship or what happens with this fucking dude. But yeah, there are a lot of good moments and a lot of hit in the feels moments too. So with how good the characters are written, what they explore within this book with their themings, and the backstories, the personalities, the conflict, everything, I gotta give it number 1 out of what I've read so far. But that's all I have for today. I will be back for next week where we will read Volume 2 of Hacktivist. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, have a good one and go read some comic books.